Hi, my name is Theo Scott. I'm the coordinator in the Office for Special Needs Services here at Lorain County Community College. My goal today is to tell you a little bit about myself, sort of attach a name with a face, and talk to you about some of the services that I use to enhance the activities here on campus. To start with, I can tell you that I was born and raised here in Lorain, Ohio. I graduated from Clearview High School a very long time ago, as a matter of fact. And today, I am fortunate to be the coordinator in the Office for Special Needs Services. I went to school for my master's degree at the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. Technically, I'm an information scientist with a specialization in interface development, but I have just a healthy respect for computers, actually. I was very fortunate to spend 2 years studying how to improve the college experience for students with a wide variety of disabilities. And I'm very happy to be translating that information into today's work. I was working at Fort Headquarters in Michigan for several years, and I came home because I was having some problems with taking care of my mom. And we didn't actually know what was wrong with my mom at the time, but now we know that my mom is a triple spinal cord injury patient and she has Alzheimer's. So I've been an adult caregiver myself for approximately 6 years now. I also live with 2 dogs. My dog Pepper is a terrier poodle mix who's probably more than 10 years old, and he happens to be a diabetic who requires insulin 2 times a day. And I also have a beautiful black lab named Maggie who happens to have hip dysplasia. So I have a lot of understanding of working with people who have different capacity levels and trying to enrich their lives. When I transfer that information into what I do here on campus, I work with students that have different documented issues that might impact their ability to learn or to participate in activities on campus. In a practical kind of sense, that can be somebody with a physical disability, somebody with a learning disability who may have been in a special education program in high school. We might be working with somebody who has a psychological disability. Maybe they're suffering from ADHD, maybe they have depression or a bipolar disorder or some sort of personality disorder. We also work with students that have chronic medical conditions like cancer, diabetes, maybe kidney failure, and we also work with students that have temporary disabilities. Pregnancy might be another one. If you fall and sprain your ankle, maybe you break your wrist and you can't write for a small period of time. All of these students would be coming to my office to make sure that they can get assistance with completing their coursework or participating with exams. In order to get services in my office, there are just a few forms that a student would have to fill out. The first form is our intake form that allows students to tell us what issues they're facing, what kind of classes they're taking, what their goals are for being here on campus. The second and most important piece of documentation for a student's file is their certificate of disability or the confirmation of their problem. What we will expect, or what we will ask the student to do, is to bring in proof of the issue that they're facing that impacts their ability to participate with classes. So if you were in a special education program in high school, I would like to see your IEP and your multi-factor team report so that I can have an understanding of your learning disability and the accommodations that you received in high school. If you're a student who happens to be seeing a therapist, I would like to see some information from your therapist about how you're managing your issue, whether you're taking therapy or if you're using medication, and how what accommodations might be appropriate for you. If you have a chronic medical condition, maybe you're going to a lot of doctor's appointments and that impacts your ability to be in class on a regular basis. We would work with you to find distance learning or other programs on campus that would be more appropriate for you to meet your academic goals. If we have students that have temporary disabilities, they can simply come in with information from their doctors about what kind of help they might need, and we're happy to accommodate those students. If we want to ask the question, what kinds of accommodations do we offer? There's a wide variety of things that we can do for students, and it really depends on the students, the way that they learn, the way that they prefer to study, other issues that might be impacting their lives like family or jobs, and we also look at their overall course performance or their role as a student. So, for example, if you need to have extra time to take a test, we can easily arrange it so that you can take a test down in the library or in the testing center. If you're a student that is distracted by other students' behaviors in the class, answering questions or moving around during a testing situation, maybe you need to test in a private room, and we provide those rooms in the library. We offer tutoring services that you'll hear about from other departments. We can also negotiate with your professors to allow tape recording in classes. We have note-taking assistants. Sometimes students need to have hand signals, so if they need to remove themselves from the classroom, they can do it in a discreet manner so that they can either leave for the day or return at a time that's more appropriate for them. The number of accommodations that we offer for students really is innumerable, and the main point is for a student to understand how their disability or how their issue really impacts their learning and how that issue is going to be accommodated, or what kind of things they really need. It's very important for a student to understand what's going on and what kind of help they need, and to be willing to ask for that help. Some of the more common questions that people have about students who are registered with my office, one of the things they wonder is, do those students get a break, or do they have special classes, or do they get a special break in their grading? And the answer to that question is no. According to federal law, we're not allowed to change the course requirements for any course on campus. So if a student is registered with my office, that means that they're using an accommodation to put them on a level playing field with other students, but they are doing the same work and being graded the same as all the other students in class. Some students may have a sensitivity about privacy and who knows about their disability. In our office, all of the student information that we collect is private, and it's only released to faculty members, family members, or other individuals on a need-to-know basis, and only with written permission from the student. It's actually a $250,000 federal fine for me to violate a student's privacy, and we take that very seriously. So if a student is having an issue, we really encourage them to come in and talk to me about what kind of things are going on and what kind of things can be done about it, and they can know that their privacy is going to be protected. If you have other questions, there's a variety of ways that you can communicate with me. My office extension is 4058, and you can feel free to leave a message there and we can give you a call back. We also have mailboxes or drop boxes that are locked and private outside of my office, where you can leave a note, leave me your student number, and I can give you a call back. And I can also be reached via email. My email is tscott@loraincc.edu. So I think that that's enough to tell you today, and if you have further questions, please give me your contact information, or let me know what kind of things you need. And I would encourage you, if you're trying to become a better student, if you have an issue that's affecting your success on campus, to please give us a call and give us the opportunity to sit down and figure it out so we can help you out. Thanks. Hi, my name is Theo Scott, and I'm the coordinator in the Office for Special Needs Services. The Office for Special Needs Services provides accommodations and support services to individuals with a wide range of needs. Our goal is to empower our students and make sure that they can make the most of their educational opportunities and their potential by providing physical or academic access where there's a documented need. Our office follows confidentiality guidelines, and we secure all of our students' personal information. We also provide assistance to faculty and staff members in the form of training and professional development. We talk to about 1,000 students in our office, and we see students who have all different kinds of needs. Some students come to us with attention issues related to ADD or ADHD. Many students have learning disabilities, and some are coming because they have physical issues like sight or hearing problems, or maybe a mobility issue. We also help a wide range of students with different psychological issues, or maybe somebody who's just had a recent temporary injury. Everyone who comes to us that needs help, we try to address those needs through accommodations if there's a documented need, and we also provide a wide variety of coaching services and referrals for other support services. The important thing is to make sure that every student has the opportunity to demonstrate their knowledge in a way that's appropriate for them, and that they have the opportunity to be engaged in a learning environment and learn about their own brains and how they work most efficiently. So you can come by and ask us a question if you have any information, or if you want to learn how to be a better student.